So there you go, that is our chicken fillet a la king. How superb does that look? Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing chicken fillet a la king. We're going to do it restaurant quality style. It's an easy recipe. Slice up some chicken, some veg, fry off some chicken, make a sauce, done. Serve it over mashed potatoes or whatever you like. Let's get on and do it, come on. Now we want to make up a little bit of a batter to go with our chicken, okay? In here, I've already beaten an egg. I'm going in there with some flour and corn flour, cornstarch. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder in there for flavour. And we're going to go in with some black pepper. Get that in there. And we want a couple of tablespoons of fish sauce. 1, 2. And we're going to bring that in. Now that is going to be our batter to coat our chicken. We'll be coating our chicken in there and leaving the chicken to marinate. Now, if this thing is too stodgy like that, just add a splash of water. We want a sticky, and I mean a really sticky batter. Now you can add water, you can add milk, anything, you know, but we do want a thick batter. Now that is a good batter. Right, what we're going to do is crack on with some veg first. Want a little bit of carrot. Now I'm going to do cubes of carrot, but you know, you can do what you want, any shape, it doesn't matter. Now we don't want too big on this because it is actually going to be forming up the part of the sauce, so we only need little cubes. If you want to be really lazy, you can actually use frozen veg. Okay, frozen veg has a selection of peas, carrots, corn, whatever. Carrot in a bowl. Onion, again we want some, I'm using a red onion, but it's irrelevant, just use any onion. It's the smallest onion I had actually, so that's why I'm using it. Now this calls for like half an onion, but I've got a small onion here. That's going to be good enough. Nice and steady. Some little cubes. That's probably enough there actually, but come on. I like onion. It's good for you. So as with all recipes, tailor to your taste. Mushrooms. Mushrooms are sliced. So just slice your mushroom. Back in that bowl. Pepper, a little bit of red, a little bit of green. Probably, I mean these are small peppers. It's only for a little bit of colour actually. Again, we want to cube this. It all wants to be cubed up. Roughly the same size as everything. You know, it's only for presentation, you know. In a bowl. Chicken. Chicken breast. Use anything actually. Oh, there's a bit of a bone there, look. You always feel the chicken when you look at that, a bit of a bone. There you go. Right, we want some slices of chicken. Of course we do. We're going to batter these. That chicken in that batter, and it's just going to sit in there for about 40 minutes, something like that. So just get that in there and coat it all up. There you go. Job done. Just leave it there. That's going to marinate for about 40 minutes and then we're going to fry it. It's nice and straightforward. We want some oil in a pan and we are going to fry the chicken. Okay, when you've got a little bit of a shimmer on there, let's start putting our chicken in. So just give it a little turn over in there. A little bit of colour on here if we can get it on. Oh, we're getting a little tinge on there, look. Doesn't that look superb? Keep going. Little turn over. Make sure it's cooked. Okay, when you've got a lovely little bit of colour on like that, look, they come out. And they go drain on there and we carry on with the rest of them. Fabulous. Okay, in we go, just carry on. So what I will add that this is not a crispy batter. Okay, it's just a batter. And it's a little bit salty and flavoured. So when we actually cook our dish, we don't use much salt because this has the saltiness from the fish sauce. And when you've got them done, out they come. Look at those. Little draining on there, we crack on with our sauce. Come on, let's get cooking. We get a pan and we want to be going in there with some butter. About that much. Get a flame on and just let that butter melt in there. In there with your carrots, start them off first because they're the hardest veg. Nice little cook on those carrots. Let's get them softened up. Now I'm going to throw in a little bit of masala wine. You can use dry sherry. You can use white wine. Now it's only a minimal amount and you don't have to use any. We're just going to perk up the sauce right at the end with about a tablespoon, that's all. In there peppers, in there onion. Now if you wanted garlic, you could add garlic, not a problem, up to you. A little saute on there, about 2 to 3 minutes tops, and then we're going in with our mushrooms. We'll have a little sprinkling of black pepper in there. Salt and pepper to taste, entirely up to you. And obviously if you want to put any herbs or spices in, feel free. In there our mushrooms. That's going to be a fantastic pan sauce there. We cook these for a minute or so just to get some cooking on the mushrooms, and then we chuck in our flour. Just try and put a little bit of tinge on those mushrooms. So we just want to hit that up with a little bit of flour. Give that a little cooking in there. Now we don't cook the flour too long in there, obviously, it's just to take that rawness out, you know. Keep it moving as well. Don't let it sit there. And then we're in there with our chicken broth. Chicken stock. In it goes. Now just bring that in. Nice and steady. Now it shouldn't clump up because you've cooked it off nice and gently. But as you can see, we're now getting our sauce. Turn the flame down. Turn the flame right down. We do not want to thicken this too much. And then in there with our cream. Nice and steady. Just bring that in nice and gently. It will thicken again. We'll end up with a really nice, full-bodied, creamy sauce. And we're going in there with about a tablespoon of our masala wine. Now you can use white wine, you can use sherry, you can use anything, but that's going to put a nice underlying richness in our sauce. Oh yeah. That smells absolutely off the charts. There we go, look, we got a lovely creamy sauce. We got all our veggie in there. That's our restaurant quality a la king sauce made. All we got to do now is serve it up. How easy is that? Mashed potato. Beautiful. On there. Sauce. Sauce on the bottom, sauce on the top. So get some of that on there. Chicken. On there, come on. Show those mushrooms. Fabulous. So there you go, that is our chicken fillet a la king. How superb does that look? Come on in on this, it's going clap cold. Chicken, beautiful. Look at that chicken in there. Absolutely sensational. Oh yeah. Crunchy veg through there, it is delicious. Oh, got mushrooms. Oh, that masala sauce works so well. Absolutely delicious. We've got that seasoned saltiness in that batter on that chicken. It is absolutely to die for. It is fantastic. Coupled with our a la king sauce. And obviously if you want to make it more creamy or more loose, add more fluid, add more cream, add milk, add a touch more water. You tailor it to how you want. Veggies got a little bit of crunch in there, they're delicious. Overall, fantastic dinner. And served over some mashed potatoes. Wow. So there you go, that's our chicken fillet a la king made. A nice little restaurant style dinner. Very high quality, very tasty, very worth making. Make the thing. Share with your friends, tell them how easy it is to make this dish. It really is easy. I mean, this chicken fillet is just unbelievable. And if you do like what we're doing, a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. And we're going to catch you in the next video. Unbelievable.